Anybody, says Biden when asked if he believes Taliban. UK records another 32,253 coronavirus cases. India reports 30,948 new COVID-19 cases and 403 deaths. Fawad Alam stunned, Shaheen Afridi's twin strikes put visitors on top. These were the top headlines from a newsroom today. It's time for us to have a look at the weather update.
I'm Mantra Bose with your daily dose of weather, and I'm reporting from the TFM studio in Al Quair. Coming up is our fact of the day. Hurricane Andrew, Category 5 hurricane, hit southern Florida on August 23, 1992. Its fierce winds of 150 miles per hour demolished many buildings, including a breeding facility for Burmese pythons, and many of them escaped. As a result, even today, the Everglades are overrun by giant snakes. That was our fact for today. Now for the weather update. An alert has been issued by Oman Meteorology and Civil Aviation Authority indicating poor horizontal visibility due to fog, dust and thunder showers. Seas are also expected to be rough along the Arabian Sea coast. Apart from that, we've got partly cloudy to cloudy skies along the Dhofar coast and adjoining mountains with the possibility of an intermittent drizzle. The rest of the Sultanate will see mainly clear skies with the possibility of cloud advection over the Arabian Sea. There is also a possibility of cloud formation and thunder showers accompanied by downward draft winds and hail over the Al Hajar Mountains towards the afternoon. We're also seeing chances of late night to early morning low-level clouds and fog patches over the Arabian Sea coast, and also dust rising winds over the deserts and open areas. With that, let's take a look at what the weather will be like throughout the Sultanate. Muscat will be sunny with temperatures between 30 degrees Celsius and 32 degrees Celsius. Musandam will be sunny with temperatures between 32 and 35 degrees Celsius. North Al-Batana will be sunny with temperatures between 30 and 35 degrees Celsius, and South Al-Batana will also be sunny with temperatures between 30 and 36 degrees Celsius. Al-Buremi will be partly cloudy with temperatures between 35 and 40 degrees Celsius. Al-Dahira will be partly cloudy with temperatures between 27 and 40 degrees Celsius. Al-Dakhla will be partly cloudy with temperatures between 22 and 37 degrees Celsius. North Al-Sharqiya will be partly cloudy with temperatures between 23 and 39 degrees Celsius, and South Al-Sharqiya will also be partly cloudy with temperatures between 28 and 33 degrees Celsius. Al-Wusta will be partly cloudy with temperatures between 28 and 39 degrees Celsius, and Dhofar will also be partly cloudy with temperatures between 25 and 29 degrees Celsius.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to TTV, watching Midday Update. Now, before we get into the details of the local stories for the day, let's see how the COVID-19 situation looks like in the Sultanate. The Ministry of Health has announced the registration of 7 new death cases due to coronavirus in Oman today. With this, the total deaths now stands at 4,038. The health officials have also extended their deepest condolences to the families of the deceased. In addition to that, the Ministry of Health has also announced the registration of 151 new coronavirus cases in Oman today. With the new figures, the total confirmed cases in the Sultanate now stands at 301,450, which also includes the total recoveries of 290,410, as well as total deaths of 4,038. In the last 24 hours, the health authorities have also registered 266 recoveries. The Ministry of Health has urged all the citizens and residents living in the Sultanate to follow the precautionary measures issued by the Supreme Committee and the Ministry of Health. And now from a local desk. Hundreds of students from colleges and universities in Oman have stepped up to volunteer at various sites across the country during the COVID-19 pandemic. Whether required to provide assistance to people visiting vaccination sites, spread awareness about the importance of COVID protocols and vaccinations, or deliver essential supplies to those impacted by the disease, these student volunteers have not hesitated to step forward and help the nation when needed. Among the volunteers are members of Oman's Rovers and Rangers movement, the university extension of the Global Scouts and Guides organization. Since the start of the pandemic, Gulf College has taken it upon itself to join forces with the country's efforts to confront and prevent this dangerous virus, said Muhammad Faoud, who's the head of the Student Activities Department at Gulf College. He said that there are more than 500 student volunteers in Muscat Governorate alone. From our side, we have contributed 63 volunteers, 58 students and 5 staff members. Students have been busy providing help where required during the coronavirus pandemic, selflessly dedicating themselves to their nation during these uncertain times. From April 2021 onwards, they have been reporting to many vaccination sites in the country, including Sultan Qaboos Sports Complex in Bosher, Sabla Matra, the Office of the Wali of Amirat, Al-Naba School for Basic Education in Mabela, and the Oman Convention and Exhibition Center in Madinat Al-Irfan. Those who have volunteered also went door to door asking people to come forward to get vaccinated against the coronavirus as soon as they are able to. A fire broke out in a house in the North Al-Batina Governorate, resulting in the death of an elderly citizen. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. The teams of the Civil Defense and Ambulance Department in the Vilayat of Saham in North Al-Batina Governorate responded to a report that a fire broke out at dawn on Sunday, August 22nd, in a house in the Vilayat of Saham in the village of Abu Durus. The firefighting teams were able to put out the fire that resulted in the death of a citizen. Hamad bin Khamis Al-Sinani from the Vilayat of Saham in the Governorate of North Al-Batina spoke exclusively to the Times of Oman about the details of the fire that occurred yesterday morning in the house of his deceased brother. He said that the fire broke out around 5:45 a.m. while people were performing the dawn prayer. We heard from others about the fire in my brother's house, so we rushed to try to save him using the fire extinguishers in one of the schools near my brother's house. But because the fire broke out in the bedroom where my brother was, and which had mattresses, blankets, and a sponge bed, it prevented us from controlling the fire outbreak. Hamad al-Sinani pointed out that his brother Muhammad bin Khamis al-Sinani lived alone in the house. He was not married, so he did not have children. He was around 75 years old and could not move unless someone helped him to sit or stand, as well as to go to the bathroom or to sleep, so the family had appointed one of the Asian workers to take care of him. Khawla Hospital conducted urgent surgeries on 20 children with congenital defects in cooperation with Al Jasser Foundation for charitable activities. Khawla Hospital, in cooperation with the Al Jasser Foundation of Charitable Activities, is conducting a pioneering experiment for a joint project which was to perform urgent surgeries at some private hospitals for children with congenital defects such as cleft lip, Oman News Agency said in a statement. ONA added that 20 surgeries were performed by professional medical staff from the Department of Reconstructive, Plastic and Burn Surgery at Khawla Hospital in private hospitals. Oman Medical Specialty Board, commonly known as OMSB, on Sunday signed a funding agreement with Oman Liquefied Natural Gas, also commonly known as Oman LNG Development Foundation, to finance a program for training medical cadres in SU Referral Hospital and to facilitate the hospital's application to become a training center. The agreement also stipulates that OMSB, represented by the Medical Stimulation and Innovation Center, will conduct specialized training courses of specified durations for candidates nominated by the hospital. The training of medical cadres in SU Referral Hospital will be via video conferencing through Tibian platform set by the Medical Stimulation and Innovation Center. More training courses will be offered in person in the center in order to develop skills and conducts of the trainees. The agreement was signed by Dr. Hilal Ali Al-Sabti, CEO of OMSB, and Dr. Amir Nasir Al-Matani, the CEO of Oman LNG Development Foundation. This was all from a local desk for today. It's time for us to take a quick commercial break, but stay tuned as we have more updates coming your way from International Desk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to TTV, watching Midday Update. And now from International Desk. Taliban is seeking legitimacy and have made promises, but Washington will see whether they mean or not, said US President Joe Biden, adding that, "I don't trust anybody," when asked whether he believes the Taliban or not. During his address to the nation from White House, Biden said if the Taliban is going to attempt to provide for the people of Afghanistan, they would need additional help in terms of economic assistance, trade, and a whole range of things. "I don't trust anybody. Taliban has to make a fundamental decision. Is the Taliban going to attempt to be able to unite and provide for well-being of the people of Afghanistan, which no one group has ever done for 100 years? If it does, it would need additional help in terms of economic assistance, trade, and a whole range of things," he said when asked whether he trusts the Taliban now. He continued saying that Taliban has said, and we will see whether they mean or not. They are seeking legitimacy to determine whether or not they would be recognized by other countries. They have told other countries as well as us that they do not want us to move our diplomatic presence completely. All this talk now, so far Taliban has not taken actions against US forces. His remarks come as countries continue to evacuate their citizens from Afghanistan through the Kabul airport, which is under US forces control. US military has pulled around 25,100 individuals from Afghanistan since August 14 and approximately 30,000 since the end of July. Another 32,253 people in Britain have tested positive for COVID-19, bringing the total number of coronavirus cases in the country to 6,492,906, according to official figures released yesterday. The country also reported another 49 coronavirus-related deaths. The total number of coronavirus-related deaths in Britain now stands at 131,640. These figures only include the deaths of people who died within 28 days of their first positive test. The UK Health Security Agency will launch a new national surveillance program next week, which will offer antibody testing to adults in Britain who test positive. The aim is to help improve the health authorities' understanding of immunity against COVID-19 from vaccination and infection, according to a statement from Britain's Department of Health and Social Care. From Tuesday, anyone aged over 18 will be able to opt in to take part when booking a PCR test through NHS Test and Trace. Up to 8,000 people who opt in and then receive a positive PCR result will be sent 2 finger prick antibody tests to complete at home and sent back to a lab for analysis, according to the statement. The data collected will help estimate the proportion of those who got COVID-19 despite developing antibodies as a result of having a vaccine or previously catching coronavirus. Talking on the lines of COVID-19 infections, India reported 30,948 new COVID-19 cases on Sunday, with 403 people succumbing to the infection in the last 24 hours, according to the data shared by the Union Health Ministry of India. Total recoveries were 31,636,469 across the country, while active cases stood at 353,398. In the last 24 hours, active cases declined by 7,942. Among all the states, Kerala reported the highest COVID-19 cases at 17,106, followed by Maharashtra with 4,575 cases, Tamil Nadu with 1,652 cases, Karnataka with 1,350 cases, and Andhra Pradesh with 1,217 cases. These 5 states accounted for 83.68% of the daily new cases reported on Sunday, with Kerala alone responsible for 55.27% of the fresh infections. On Sunday, 403 COVID-19 related fatalities were also recorded. Maximum casualties were reported in Maharashtra at 145, followed by Kerala with 83 deaths in the last 24 hours. Once again, it's time for us to take a quick commercial break, but stay tuned for more updates from our sports desk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to TTV. You're watching Midday Update. And now from a sports desk. Fawad Alam hit a brilliant 100 before Shaheen Shah Afridi took 2 wickets to put Pakistan in the driver's seat in the second test against West Indies on Sunday. Fawad stroked his 5th career century, 4th since his comeback 12 months ago, as Pakistan wrestled back in the Sabina Park test marred by rain that lost the entire second day's play and more than the first session's play on the third day due to the wet ground. Fawad, who had retired during the first day's play on Friday at 76 due to cramps, returned on Sunday afternoon to remain unconquered on 124 that helped Babar Azam to make an attacking and aggressive declaration at 302 for 9. This was after the visitors were left loitering at 2-3 before the completion of the 4th over of the second test. With this news, we have come to the end of the episode for today, but stay tuned as we'll be coming live at 5 p.m. with Fighting COVID your way. Keep watching and stay tuned to TTV.
You've just heard the live feed from the TTV studios on TFM 95.4. Let's talk.